Hello students, this is Girijesh Kumar Mal, lecturer in English in Sri Gandhi Vidyalaya Inter College, Basharama Raebareli. Dear students, today we are going to study translation. First of all, you have to know what is translation. Actually, translation means the correct formation of sentences grammatically. And just for the construction of a grammatically correct sentence, we must go about the tense. As we know that the tense is the fundamental of the construction of any particular sentence. So, we shall discuss about the tense in the English language now. So, if you are ready, let us begin. Tense. Actually, tense is the combination of two terms, time and stage of work, and there may be three aspects of time period. The period which is over, that is known as past. The period which is going on, that is known as present, and the period which is to be come or about to come, that is known as future. And come to the stage of work. Actually, there may be three stages of work. One stage is that in which the work is going on. The work is continued. If the work is continued, it means the stage of work is continuous. The second stage is that in which the work is completed. The work is over. This stage is known as perfect. One other condition comes in which the part of work is completed and it continued. This stage of work is known as perfect continuous. But in some sentences, we cannot find out these three stages: continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. We are only informed about the routine of work in those sentences, but the stage of work is not confirmed. This type of information of work is known as indefinite. In this way, we can say that there are three aspects of time period and maximum 4 aspects of work. The present time and indefinite aspects make present indefinite. Then we have present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. In the same way, we can make tenses with the past and future times as well. Just like past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous, and further future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. So, let us begin with the first tense, that is present indefinite. What is present indefinite tense? Actually, when sentences talk about a habit or a routine, something that we do regularly, in it we are informed about the routine of work, not about the stage of work. Let us see the example. वह दूध पीता है. One more example. वे क्रिकेट खेलते हैं. One more identification. If the verb in Hindi ends with last syllable as ta, te, ti, along with hai, hu, ho, etc., there must be the present indefinite tense. You can see it in the sentence as here: ta, te, hai, hu, ho, etc. These are positive sentence. Now, the question is that how we shall translate this type of sentence in English. We make the present indefinite tense with a subject like I, you, we, they, he, she, it, and a verb in the basic form, present form, and then object. Let us see the first sentence, वो दूध पीता है. To translate this sentence, first of all, you have to write subject as he. If the subject is he, she, it, or any proper noun, we add yes or es to the verb and then object. Here, he is given as a subject, so we have to use yes with verb, drinks and milk. But if the subject is I, you, we or they, we use a verb without yes or es. That is why we have to use here the basic form of the verb, play only, in the sentence number 2 and after that verb. Let us see the other type of sentence, that is negative sentence. The identification is same, but there is a negation of work or negative information about routine work, as सीता गाना नहीं गाती है, मैं बाजार नहीं जाता हूं. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then helping verb, then not, first form of the verb, and after that object. Here, as a helping verb, we have to use does or do according to the number of the subject. If the subject is in singular number, then we have to use does, or if the subject is in plural number, then we have to use do as a helping verb. Come to the sentence, सीता गाना नहीं गाती है. First of all, you have to write subject, then सीता is singular, so we have to use does, then not, sing a song. मैं बाजार नहीं जाता हूं, I do not go to market. Let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative. Identification is same as ता है, ते है, ती है, ता हूं in the last of the sentence, but in it question is also asked as you, तुम दूध क्यों पीते हो, वे क्रिकेट कहां खेलते हैं, क्या वह गीत गाती है, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ाता हूं. There are two types of interrogative sentence actually. One which start with the word kya. This type of sentence can be answered in yes or no. The last two sentences comes within this type of interrogative sentence. The second type of interrogative sentence is that in which interrogative word like what, when, why, where, which can be said in Hindi, kahan, kab, kyun, kaise, are given in the sentence, which cannot be answered in yes or no. The first two sentences comes within this type of interrogative sentence. To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word. Then we use does with singular subject as a helping verb and do with a plural subject as a helping verb. Then subject, then first form of the verb, and at last object and mark of interrogation. Let us see the sentence, तुम दूध क्यों पीते हो, why do you drink milk, वे क्रिकेट कहां खेलते हैं, where do they play cricket, क्या वह गीत गाती है Here there is no interrogative word within the sentence, so the sentence will start with helping word. क्या वह गीत गाती है? Does she sing a song? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ाता हूँ? Do I teach English? Now let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative negative. Interrogative negative. Identification is same as ta hai, te hai, ti hai in the last of the sentence, but in along with negation, question is also asked as तुम दूध क्यों नहीं पीते हो? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ नहीं खेलते हैं? क्या वह गीत नहीं गाती है? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाता हूँ? The method of translation is same. Only not is used between subject and verb. First of all, you have to write interrogative word, then helping verb, then subject, then not, then first form of the verb and object, and after that mark of interrogation. Like, तुम दूध क्यों नहीं पीते हो? Why do you not drink milk? वे क्रिकेट कहाँ नहीं खेलते हैं? Where do they not play cricket? क्या वो गीत नहीं गाती है? Does she not sing a song? क्या मैं अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाता हूँ? Do I not teach English? Now come to the next tense, and that is present continuous tense. What is present continuous tense? Actually, present continuous tense is used to talk about the action happening now at the time of speaking. What is happening at this moment? It shows that work is going on at present time. In other words, we can say that when a sentence refers the continuation of work, then there is present continuous tense. Like, वो खाना बना रही है, वे क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. One more identification. If the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा, रहे, रही, along with हैं, है, हु, हो, etc., there must be present continuous tense. We make present continuous tense with the subject, then helping verb. If the subject is he, she, it, or any proper noun, we use is as a helping verb. If the subject is I, we use am as a helping verb, and if the subject is you, we, or they, we use are as a helping verb. Then we add ing to the basic form of the verb and at last object. Let us see the sentence. वो खाना बना रही है. She is cooking food. वे क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. They are playing cricket. Let us see the negative sentence of this tense. The identification is same, but there is a negation of work or negative information about the continuation of work as वो खाना नहीं बना रही है, वे क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे हैं. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then helping verb, then not, plus ing form of the verb, and at last object. Come to the sentence. वो खाना नहीं बना रही है. She is not cooking food. वे क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे हैं. They are not playing cricket. Let us see the next type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. The identification is same as रहा, रही, रहे, along with है, हैं, हूँ, हो. And question is also asked in it. To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word, then helping verb is am, are. As a helping verb, I have told you that is used with singular subject, am is used with subject I, and are is used with plural subjects, and ing for then subject, then ing form of the verb and object, and at last mark of interrogation. एज क्या वो खाना बना रही है, इज शी कुकिंग फूड, वे क्रिकेट क्यों खेल रहे हैं, व्हाई आर दे प्लेइंग क्रिकेट। नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट टेंस, दैट इज प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस। Actually, present perfect tense talks about experiences. It talks about recent actions or events. As वो खाना खा चुका है, वे क्रिकेट खेल चुके हैं। One more identification. If the sentence in Hindi ends with चुका है, चुके हैं, चुकी है, as you can see on the screen, or ends with the sound of आ है, ई है, ए है, there must be the present perfect tense. We make present perfect tense with subject and after that helping verb has is used as a helping verb with singular subject, have is used as a helping verb with plural subject, and then the third form of the verb, I mean past participle form of the verb is used, and after that object. Let us try to translate these two sentences. वो खाना खा चुका है, he has eaten food, वे क्रिकेट खेल चुके हैं, they have played cricket. Now let us see the negative sentence of this tense. The identification is same, but there is negation of verb. Like वो खाना नहीं खा चुका है, उसने गाना नहीं गाया है. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then helping verb, then not, then past participle form of the verb, and at last object. Let us try to translate this sentence. वो खाना नहीं खा चुका है, he has not eaten food, उसने खाना नहीं खाया है, she has not, sorry, उसने गाना नहीं गाया है, she has not sung a song. Let us see the next type of sentence, and that is interrogative sentence of present perfect tense. Identification is same as the sentence in Hindi ends with चुका है, चुकी है, चुके हैं, or ends with the sound of आ है, ई है, ए है, but in it question is also asked as तुम दूध क्यों पिए हो, वे क्रिकेट कहाँ खेले हैं, क्या वो गीत गाई है, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ा चुका हूँ. You can see that in the first sentence the sentence ends with ए है, sound ए है, पिए हो, खेले हैं, ए हैं, गाई है, it means the sound comes ई है. To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word and then helping verb plus subject plus past participle form of the verb plus object plus mark of interrogation. Let us see how this sentence will be translated. तुम दूध क्यों पिए हो, why have you drunk milk, वे क्रिकेट कहाँ खेले हैं, where have they played cricket, क्या वो गीत गाई है, has she sung a song, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी पढ़ा चुका हूँ, have I taught English. Let us come to the next tense, that is present perfect continuous tense. Positive sentence. Actually, present perfect continuous tense talks about an action that started in the past and is still continuing. It means the action is not finished yet. For example, वो 2 घंटे से खाना बना रही है. One more example, वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. One more identification of present perfect continuous tense. If the verb in Hindi ends last syllable with रहा है, रही है, रहे हैं along with time, there must be the present perfect continuous tense. We make present perfect continuous tense with a subject plus has, have as a helping verb plus been plus ing form of the verb plus object plus since or for to show time plus time. If there is a period of time, then for will be used, and if the point of time is given, then we have to use since to show time. It means you can say that for talks about the amount of time like 2 hours, and since is used to mention the starting point of action like 4 o'clock. Now we should try to translate this sentence. वो 2 घंटे से खाना बना रही है. She has been cooking food for 2 hours. Here the period of time is given, so for is used. वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. They have been playing cricket 4 बजे से since 4 o'clock. Now let us see the negative sentence of this tense. Identification is same, but there is a negation of वर्ब. वो 2 घंटे से खाना नहीं बना रही है. वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे हैं. To translate such type of sentence, we start with subject, then helping verb, then not, plus been, plus ing form of the verb, plus object, plus since or for, plus time. We should try to translate this sentence. वो 2 घंटे से खाना नहीं बना रही है. It means she has, as you know that she is a singular subject, so has will be used as a helping verb. Then she has not been cooking food for 2 hours. वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे हैं. They have not been playing cricket since 4 o'clock. Let us now come to the next type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. Identification is same as रहा है, रहे है, रही है in the last of the sentence with question. As वो 2 घंटे से क्यों खाना बना रही है? वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट क्या वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं? To translate such type of sentence, we start with interrogative word, then helping verb, then subject, then been, then ing form of the verb, then object, plus since or for, plus time. Let us try to translate this sentence. वो 2 घंटे से क्यों खाना बना रही है? First of all, you have to write why has she been cooking food for 2 hours. क्या वे 4 बजे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं? Here the interrogative word is not given. It means the sentence will start with helping verb. Have they been playing cricket since 4 o'clock? And at the last you have to use mark of interrogation. Dear students, I hope you enjoyed whole present tense, full present tense, and learned from it. I will see you in the next lecture with past tense. Thank you.